Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we will be moving on from last week's exponential functions to this week's logarithms. Now, if we have, for example, 5 to the power of something is equal to 25, that basically means that we can write this as logarithm of 25 for the base of 5. Now, what is the answer to that? 5 to the power of what will give us 25? 5 to the power of 2, right? 5 times 5 is equal to 25. So that means logarithm of 25 for the base of 5 is equal to 2. So that's the whole idea, that's the whole point of using logarithms. So basically, 5 to the power of 2 is equal to 25. All right. What if we change the base? And this time we have, let's say, 4 to the power of 3 is equal to 64. This is the same as if you had logarithm of 64 for the base of 4 is equal to what? So 4 raised to the power of 3 will give us 64. All right. So if you want to write it as a formula, a to the power of x is equal to b, it can be written as logarithm of b for the base of a, and that is equal to x. All right. If this is clear, then we can actually, before we move on, let us only clarify that, for example, logarithm of, let's say, minus 25 for the base of 5. This time it is undefined. Why is it undefined? Because 5 raised to any power will never give us minus 25. It's simply impossible. Because if you say 5 to the power of 2, it will be 25. If you say 5 to the power of minus 2, it will be 1 over 25. So it will never be 25. All right. Now that we have the basics, I hope that you copied this, because this is basically the most important part of the lesson. Then we can start some practice questions. I have ordered questions from easy to medium and then difficult, but then also I've added some past paper questions. Let's start with an easy one. We have logarithm of what for the base of 2 is equal to 5. So what did we just say? 2 raised to this power will give us this. 2 raised to the power of 5 is equal to 32. So the answer is 32. Done. This was an easy one. Let us move on to the next one. This time we have logarithm of x plus 1 for the base of 3 is equal to 2. So let me just copy the question. Logarithm x plus 1 for the base of 3 is equal to 2. We said this number raised to this power has to be equal to this. So one more time. 3 raised to the power of 2 has to be equal to x plus 1. All right? Isn't this an easy equation? 3 to the power of 2, 9, is equal to x plus 1. We switch 1 to the other side, so it becomes 9 minus 1, which is equal to x. Finally, x is equal to 8. That's it. We are done with this one. I hope it was clear. I find it easy, right? Even if it says medium. Let us move on to the next one. It says hard. But let's see how hard it actually is. If you want, you can pause the video, try to do it yourself. If not, we do it now together. there is one rule, very important rule. If we remember, in our previous lesson we talked about exponents and exponential equations. So we said if we have, let's say, 3 to the power of 2x is equal to 3 to the power of 4. Now, since we have the same base, our exponent will be equal as well, right? Which means x is equal to 2. Now, the same logic applies here. If we have the same base, 5 and 5, then that means that 2x minus 1 is equal to 9. Oh, then it's not hard anymore. Now it's easy, right? A simple equation where we just switch positive 1 to the other side, to negative 1 to the other side and make it positive 1. So 2x is equal to 10. Finally, divided by 2, x is equal to 5. Excellent. Now, as I promised, there are a couple of questions from past papers in IGCSE exams. Let's see how difficult these questions are. The first one says, find the value of logarithm of 8 for the base of 2. Oh, so what did we say? 2 raised to what power will be equal to 8? 2 raised to what power will be equal to 8? 2 to the power of 3. That's it. We are done. If we have this one here, it says logarithm of 81 for the base of 3 minus logarithm of 1/3 for the base of 9. How challenging is this one? So, logarithm of 81 for the base of 3 is equal to what? What did we say? 3 raised to what power will give us 81? 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is equal to 81. So we multiply that 4 times. Excellent. Now the one on the right side. Logarithm of 1/3 for the base of 9. So we basically say 9 raised to what power will give us 1/3. Okay, this one is interesting. First of all, 9 raised to what power will give us 3? We know that 9 raised to the power of 1 is 9. 9 raised to the power of 2 is 81. Oh, but 9 raised to the power of 1/2 is basically square root of 9, which is equal to 3. We do have number 3, but it's 1 over 3, which means we have to make it 1 over 2, but negative. So one more time. 9 raised to the power of 1/2 will give us 3. But if 9 is raised to the power of negative 1/2, then it will give us 1 over 3. Okay, now we have the final answer. On the left side, logarithm of 81 for the base of 3 is equal to 4, minus logarithm of 1/3 for the base of 9 is equal to minus 1/2. 4 minus minus 1/2 is 4 plus 1/2, which is equal to 4.5. And that is the final answer. And the last example for today. This time we have logarithm of 25 for the base of what will give us 2 over 3. Now what I use to help me is 25 can be written as 5 to the power of 2 for the base of what will give us 2 over 3. So guys, what do we write basically? What number did we raise to the power of 2 over 3 to give us 5 to the power of 2? Now here is where we find the final answer. We need, as you can see, something raised to 2 over 3 to give us 5 to the power of 2. Which means I need to find a way how to get rid of this 3 over here. Now, the way to get rid of that is 5 to the power of 3. The reason for that is 5 to the power of 3 and then to the power of 2 over 3. We know that when we have double exponents, we cross them out. Actually, sorry, we multiply them. We cross out 3 and 3 here because 3 multiplied by 2 over 3 will give us 2. So 5 to the power of 2 is equal to 5 to the power of 2. Then our base was supposed to be 5 to the power of 3, which is this thing from the brackets. So basically you can write this as logarithm 25, 125 is equal to 2 over 3. In order to double check this, you can say 125 raised to the power of 2 over 3 is equal to 25. And that is indeed correct. 5 to the power of 3 and then 2 over 3. 3 and 3 will cross each other out. 5 squared, which is 25. With that, we are done. So that was the first video, introduction of logarithms. I hope that everything was clear. We started with some very easy examples till we reach the most difficult ones. If you have any questions, please write the comments and check the description box. Subscribe the channel and see you next time.